Let's go. Cool kid step to the front. Cool kid. Too sweet sound for the click.
But you don't work there.
Feel like I need a shower just looking
Gotta
at
get
you.
ready.
What the fuck does that mean?
They ain't been the same ever since.
What?
Living pretty
We
well
cut
on
the
the
heads off
cherry.
You're gonna be single for the rest of your life.
Brock Lesnar on the beast.
Look at the heat.
Sleep flex on
Look
the
at the
beat.
heat.
Whole new swag with a pass on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level got
I get no bitches.
Bringing content on the daily. Feeling like Gresh unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, and everybody in between. Welcome to a special post-show WWE 2023 Royal Rumble post-show. It is your boy, the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh, joined as always. I was joined by the Queen of Rebels, but this show went kind of long, so we got our special guest here as always, and that is the one and only, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Hi-Lite Real. What's good with you, brother?
Hey, what's happening? What's happening, good peoples? We back like another episode of Impact, fully intact. You know what it is. It's your boy Dwayne. What's up, Gresh?
Yo, what is happening? What a night. What a night. We're going to talk about it. What happened to SAMI? Please examine that. We're going to really talk about it. We're going to talk about it. And contrary to popular opinion, the man is not buried. There is more to the story. People are saying, oh, he was buried, this, that, and the third. No, bro, tell me you don't watch the show without telling me you don't watch the show. Because there was a story that was to be told. Because SAMI was conflicted. Will he choose Kevin Owens or will he choose Roman Reigns? As a matter of fact, we might as well just punch it to the. We might as well get to the point and just talk about SAMI, the main event, since that was literally the last thing we talk about. But before we do that, really quick, it is that time again for some house notes, excluding the live show reviews that you're seeing right now. The video format of this show has a new home over at patreon.com/GreshDigital. It will be available for all tiers starting at $1. If you're the person who likes to watch podcasts, that will be your place to go. But as far as everyone in general, the show will be available wherever you listen to your podcast. Now, we got a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, that main event, we might as well just start backwards because that's how we ended the show. Roman Reigns defended the Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship against the prize fighter Kevin Owens. And man, what did you think about the match?
I thought it was quicker than expected based off what we, got when I think it was about a 30-minute time slot left or something like that. What did it start around like 11:30 just about?
Yeah, it was about 11:35 because of that performance.
Yeah, so I like the match, of course. They've had better matches together in the past. If you remember some of the feuds Roman and Kevin Owens had in the past, right around the early stages of the bloodline. But given what we got pretty much from the moment of that ending up until basically what closed out the show after the match,
right,
that was pretty much more worth it than the actual match itself. That storytelling has been just straight up chef's kiss, and it's still continuing because now I know a lot of people are excited to see what's going to happen on Raw, SmackDown.
Yeah.
Bro,
so for those of you who don't really understand the story, it's basically Sami Zayn has been on this role of acceptance within the bloodline. He helped them with War Games. He chose the bloodline over Kevin Owens at War Games. So if you've been watching this since War Games, that has been a continuing conflict because Kevin Owens still considered Sami Zayn his best friend. They basically merged real life. They basically got rid of they basically said since they've been feuding in the past, they let it go. They let God basically. So they was like, okay, Kevin's like, I still consider you a friend. They're using you. He's like, they're using you. And I should know because I've used you in the past. So he's like, I'm telling you, they're using you. And Sammy was like, no, they're not using me. They actually care about me. They love me. They respect me. So basically, for those of you who have missed it, Sami Zayn, every time Kevin Owens was their KO problem, every time he would attack Roman, Sammy would be either late to the party or not there, or he would hesitate. That was Paul Heyman's defense. He keeps hesitating. He's not all in on the bloodline. He's still contemplating. So That's the reason why Sammy wasn't in the men's Royal Rumble match, because Roman said it on the kickoff. If anybody bothered to watch the kickoff, because I know you probably didn't, but if you watched the kickoff, Roman basically said, "Okay, Sammy, you ignore my order to not be on SmackDown after the tribal court. I mean, after the tribal court." And he basically said, and Jey Uso basically said, "I made the call because I made an audible on the field because you were on the plane. I couldn't call you and make a quick play. We got kicked out of the building." And Roman's like, "Oh, okay. So Sammy, you're gonna be at my hip. You know where else? You're gonna be at my hip. You're going out there, twin, stay in the back. You're gonna be at my hip. You're gonna stay right here with me." So basically, that leads us to the main event. Roman Reigns defends the Universal Championship against Kevin Owens with Sami Zayn at his side. Also Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman is the special counsel. So match aside, the entire conflict is because if you watch the match, it was little conflicts where Sammy was like, "Dang, stay down," because he was literally telling Kevin like, "Stay down, bro. He's going to whoop your ass. He's going to fuck you up. Stay down." He did not want to stay down to save his life. He just kept getting back up, and it was to the point where you started feeling sympathetic towards him a little bit. So it's like, yo, can you please, for the love of God, stay down? And Kevin basically would not stay down because it's Kevin Owens. Like, let's be real. That man does not want to stay down to save his life because he was taking bumps, taking headshots on the steel steps. And I'm like, bro, you are ruthless, but I respect the hell out of you. So, for those of you who probably would say this was a burial for Kevin Owens, it was not, because Kevin Owens is still the man, even in defeat. So after Roman dispatched of Kevin Owens, Roman was like, so basically the whole entire bloodline came down to celebrate with Sami Zayn and Roman for the win. And Jay was about to put, because keep in mind, if for those of you who've been following it way before War Games, Jey Uso hated Sami Zayn in the bloodline. Mm-hmm. So to see him flip, and he even defended Sami to keep him in the bloodline. He was like, "Yo, trust me, he's been taking bullets for us." So he put everything on the line for this man. Mm-hmm. So Jay was ready to put the lay on him and let him like, "Yo, you were part of the bloodline." But Roman was like, "Hold on, one moment. Continue to fight." And then we just saw Kevin Owens getting his ass whooped, stomped on. Jay was snickering and smiling. He's like, "Oh, we get to fight him some more? Let's get it." So he was fighting him. Jimmy Jay stomping on him. They hit the 1D, and then they set up Solo for that hip attack that he did on Riddle with the chair. So they hit that gimmick, and KO is done. So Roman's kinky ass, for some reason, brought out handcuffs. So, like, started embracing his erotic side, because he brought out 2 handcuffs to start twirling it like, "Hey, we about to get crazy." So they handcuffed Kevin Owens to the ropes, and then the Usos literally embraced their inner Young Bucks and started super kicking the hell out of Kevin Owens. It was like kick after kick after kick, to the point I was like, bruh, enough. And you started feeling sympathetic towards it, because if you're a fan of Kevin Owens, if you're a fan of Sami Zayn, if you're a fan of what they're doing, you're feeling sympathetic. It's like, bro, these are ruthless savages. The bloodline is literally embracing their island mentality. They're ruthless savages. They're about to break Kevin Owens down to the point where he's not going to be around for a while. So you do that, and then you got Roman's like, he was about to hit him, and then Sammy was stepped in front of him. So you had that moment like, "Oh, Sammy, what you doing?" So Sammy was like, "It's enough. This is beneath you. You're the tribal chief. This is beneath you." And Roman, his manipulative ass, like he loves gaslighting. So he was like, "Yo, you're right. I don't need to do this. You do it." He handed him the chair. He handed him the chair. Sammy kept hesitating. Then he hesitated. Then he hesitated. Then he hesitated. And then it was like, it got to the point where he started thinking like, "Am I going to save my best friend, or am I going to attack brutally, add to the attack?" The next thing you know, you look, Roman still teasing, and then he looking at Paul like, "Why is he still hesitating? Why is he still hesitating?" Then he looked at him, and then Sammy made his choice. Pow! He made his decision. He chose his best friend over the bloodline. And to tell you the emotion that I felt from Jey Uso, he was hurt. That man was broken. He's like, I put my life, I put everything on the line for you. I vouch for you. Everybody else was ready for you to turn away, to get you cast out, but you attacked. You attacked my cousin, the head of the table, the provider. So it all leads back to Jay understanding the chain of commands, and he was just conflicted. So Sami Zayn made the choice to not to be sympathetic because he finally saw what Kevin Owens was saying. You're using me. You're abusing me. You're mentally gaslighting me for your own gain, and he had enough. So Sami Zayn made that choice. He made the choice to side with Kevin Owens, and you got the ruthless assault on Sami Zayn to close the show, to the point where they ripped off the honorary Uso t-shirt. And contrary to some people's opinions, because everybody had their opinion, there's no insults going back and forth. Some people say he was buried. Some people say, what do you expect this man to do with a steel chair? This man got lit up by a steel chair. We're not going to. It's like you expect him to no sell a steel chair. Kevin Owens is handcuffed, so he ain't had no backup. Sami Zayn got lit up with a steel chair by Roman. Then he got attacked with the Samoan spike, got super kicked to hell by Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso's like, yo, I'm your brother. This your brother? No, I'm your brother. Because if you pay attention to the tribal court, his defense was, I love you like a brother. Because it went from Jay hating this man's guts to turn around and loving him like a brother. So now the conflict and story is, where does Jey Uso stand? Because he walked away during the assault on Sami Zayn because he was hurt. He was heartbroken. This man literally made the decision and he attacked the head of the table. So now Roman is without his right-hand man. Sami is on the outs. So that and this is where I'm about to get that question we're gonna get to when we talk about the men's Royal Rumble match and the winner, because now I'm more intrigued to see this story than the other story. What were your thoughts on this ending that we had, this ending sequence?
So my brain was going completely different in a sense of what I got from it. Although I do agree, because again, if you follow the story, everything that you said was right, pretty much on the nail, and I 100% agree with it. I'm gonna start with the Kevin Owens side of things first, because when you mentioned how a lot of people were like, yo, like, why is Kevin Owens getting beat down like this? I'm gonna make a certain flashback to a Royal Rumble going back to 1999, I believe that was, and there was an I Quit match with a guy named The Rock and Mankind.
Oh yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, a lot of what you saw tonight was very, very similar to what you saw that very night.
Less headshots though.
Less headshots, of course. Different time period. But you get what I mean. A guy who never says die, never quits, never actually officially did ever say I quit, as a matter of fact, given we know that voice automated, I quit, all that, right? So the handcuff spot reminded me a lot of what The Rock did to Mankind in a similar fashion with the handcuff spot as well, except just, more so tied behind the back and all versus to the ropes. But I felt like that was a nice little insult to injury in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
To those of you out there who are like, man, we didn't get The Rock. I wouldn't rule that out just yet, because I don't know. Sometimes Roman be doing some things where it make you wonder, are you trying to tell me something without trying to tell me something wrong? Honestly, or are you just doing that out of convenience?
Honestly, this is really a setup for Montreal, because if you keep in mind,
it is. For sure.
The Elimination Chamber is in Montreal, Quebec, that still happens to be Sami Zayn's hometown.
Exactly.
There's your match.
Exactly.
So this is basically setting up that big show.
For sure. And I mean, who's to say? We don't really know if we want to buy anything we're hearing about The Rock for sure.
To be honest with you, if he comes, cool. If he doesn't, cool.
Cool.
And the reason why I say that, the reason why, like, I put out a tweet, if you follow me on Twitter at Josh Gresham RG, I literally put out, I was like, if Rock doesn't show up, I'm not losing sleep. And the reason why I say that is because we got the big moment of Rock coming back 10 years ago. I'm fine. I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
If he comes back for this, if he come back to solidify this, or if he comes back at WrestleMania, look, if he comes back at WrestleMania and sets up a match for next year like he did with John Cena, we can go on a full year with Roman without the titles going crazy and Rock coming back to set everybody straight. You literally can go that way because let's be real, Rock and Roman does not need titles. You just got to be patient.
Agreed. And
what up, Marty?
You know, for that reason, that's what made me kind of throw that in there as, you know, maybe he's planting some little seeds of his own slowly, you know, in his own way.
Yeah.
That we know
because this bloodline storyline has been 2 years.
For sure.
2-3 years in the making. We can wait another year, or at least I can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with it. You know, like that might be me looking a little too deep into it. You know, like you said, if The Rock's not there, I'm cool with it. But you got your people out there who, you know, because of the fact, you know, LA and like, oh man, you know, it's your home, this your area, you know, it should be, you know, this is what you wanted. But
that's what I'm saying. You don't have to have a match. He can literally just show up.
He can just show up, you know, if he wants. Either way, we'll see how that, you know, both of them. To me, it seems like both of them tease in their own little ways as of late, you know, if in subtle ways. But going back to Sammy's side of things, though, honestly, in seeing that, it really reminded me with Jay. I really paid more attention to that because it reminded me. I felt like a story was being brought back within a story in Jay's case. Because now, when you go back to how this bloodline even started, when Jay was
Roman versus Jay,
I got that vibe, and I said, "Now,
I did too. Don't get me wrong, I did too.
Is Jay going to? Is this going to lead to something here? You know, like I realize, you know, they're technically still tag champs, and I know there's people out there saying, you know, hey." It's out there now. Maybe we get Sammy and KO taking the titles from the Usos. Maybe, but who's to say Jay is not gonna, you know, butt back up and the right hand man turn, because that's all it takes with the tribal chief, man. You know, if the right hand man's gone, that's
why when Roman attacked Sammy with the chair, if you listen to what he was saying, it's because of you broke up my family. Everything that happens with Jay, Roman takes more personal. If it was Jimmy, okay. If it was Solo, okay. But Jay is the right hand man for reasons because they are neck and neck. They are bonded. It's like you know how you be like you have your favorite twin. Jay is Roman's favorite twin.
Legit.
So you're it's like. Because every time you pay attention to like every time Jay stands up for something, he's more taken aback because he's like, bro, you're my right hand. You're showing you're defying me. You're showing fraction. I trust you more than everybody. He literally hugs him more than everybody. It's little things you have to pay attention to because if you don't pay attention to it, you're not going to get it. You're going to assume that someone is buried. Oh yeah. If you don't pay attention to it, like if you don't start from when it started to now, if you're a casual viewer of WWE, I understand why you feel like someone is buried. But listen to me, listen to the sound of my voice. He will be fine. You can just watch Elimination Chamber if you want the conclusion for this story, because this was the final chapter for the KO problem. Now he has the Sami Zayn problem, and that's going to lead you into February. That's going to lead you into the Elimination Chamber live from Montreal, Quebec, where Sami Zayn, the hometown hero, he was going to get a bigger pop than Roman by default because that's his hometown country. They just put more heat on Sami.
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, let's talk about that pop in general. Just, I mean, like, I can't even recall the last time we had a pop that loud for when Sami made that initial decision and the way that crowd erupted. Like
tonight,
that right there was on par with, on top of Roman's heel heat that he got.
He got a fuck you Roman chant.
Bro, that right there was NWO Hulk Hogan level right there. Like legit. all they needed was stuff to be thrown in the ring, which they really can't do these days anymore. But that's all that was kind of missing.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone would have threw something. I would have been like, damn. Like,
Yeah.
It's like that you want this, and then what cracks me up about it is like, bro, this is the Roman that we've all wanted, or at least me wanted since the Shield broke up.
Agreed.
When Roman Reigns broke the Undertaker's undefeated streak, the Tribal Chief should have been born right there. But you can't change the past. You can only talk about the present.
Legit.
This fuck you, Roman sucks. He's going to feed into it. He's going to become an unbreakable savage. And is always going to. And will Sami Zayn break that savage? No. Because if you listen to what he said at the end, he said, all bets are off now, Sammy. Nothing is nothing. What you did now is going to come back to haunt you because everything is off limits. Is on limits. And that's the thing. This is what people need to understand. Now that Roman doesn't have his right hand man, he's going to go off the chain. It's so many layers to this story. That's why I'm like, bro, just wait. Just wait. Don't assume Sammy's buried. Don't assume Kevin Owens is buried. Just wait.
You know, and you know what's crazy though? This is where I wish the Brock Lesnar story would have came in somewhere with the Paul Heyman situation. Because then that would have caused Paul Heyman's conflict to then relate to Sammy's conflict, to where now all of a sudden your whole bloodline is breaking apart before you, because then you're losing your wise man.
It would have worked if we didn't see Brock and Roman for so many times.
Agreed.
The crowd is just so worn out of Brock and Roman. Like, even if I see promotional pictures where Roman is right next to Brock, I get shivers because I'm like, I'm overseeing that match. Give me another 5 years, and then maybe Roman can retire Brock in his final match. I don't know, but it's like, I need a break.
I agree, bro.
I do not need to see Roman. So that's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying. Like that would have been like, okay, here's the conflict. This is a conflict. Like your special counsel and your right hand man is conflicted because you, and it's like, it's so many layers. So now it's like, if they finally do, let's say they finally do get the Rock. Now you can have the elders have conflict with Roman. That could be your next story, because the elders, that's all they talk about during this entire story. The elders aren't, let's say the elders aren't impressed with what Roman has been doing to his bloodline. Jay left. So you people who genuinely care for you, you manipulated them, and then they call upon the one man who they feel they can beat Roman Reigns, The Rock. So let's tell the truth. It could be Roman. Let's just say for real, Rock is telling the truth. He's not physically work, because that's what a lot of people don't understand. There's there's in shape, and then there's in ring shape. Rock can legitimately be telling the truth. I'm not in ring shape, because you have to. People see like, oh, he's working out all the time. He's live reacting all the time. He's doing this, like he's working out. Let's be real. He posts workouts literally every day, but that don't mean he's in the ring taking bumps and running cardio. So will we see Rock this year? I wouldn't be against it. I'm not saying let's not hold our hope, but I'm intrigued. And they're doing a press conference right now. We might we'll talk. I'm probably not going to talk. I'll probably put it on the background to see if like
it's been on background. They had RHEA Ripley. I didn't really overhear because I was tuned in with what Gresh was explaining to everyone. But they have Cody up here now. You know, talking about what they're asking him in terms of his Rumble win, which we'll get to soon. But yeah, it's background noise.
Yeah, it's background noise, but yeah, we're watching it. We paying like if anything important happened, and we got the closed captions. It's like it's pretty much your typical press conference too.
Yeah, little media scrum, no biggie. You know.
Like it's less chaotic than Brawl Out, but
yeah.
But
don't think you're gonna get any parks.
There's so many layers that they can go with this Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn storyline, and then I'm pretty sure Kevin Owens is going to be away for a while to sell the beat down, and Sami they'll probably not rush Sami back, but he'll probably be back within 3 weeks because I believe Elimination Chamber is like a month away.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, like you said, that they could write both of them off for a little bit, few weeks, just to sell it, and then that gives time for them to tell a little bit more story with Jay's situation if they want to go that route and figure
And
out.
I'm pretty sure they probably won't tell Jay probably won't make it to Elimination Chamber because it's international. They still can't go across the borders. So
That is true, my friend.
the only one who can go across the border is Big Solo Sikoa.
But wait, didn't they go to Saudi?
Saudi is different.
Fair. Yeah, fair point. You're right. Saudi is different.
Saudi don't care about legal issues. Only Canada.
That's true. They have other issues, so you're right. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
fair
So
point.
yeah, they don't really care about that. But yeah, the emotion from this match I appreciate it. As many times we've seen Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns, literally, this is their third time in the Royal Rumble. 2017, 2021, and 2023.
I mean, hey, three peats, baby. You gotta love the three.
And I would probably have to rank this one number one out of the other two from an emotional standpoint.
From an emotional standpoint, yeah. I mean, the story you got it's let's just call it what it is. I mean, this is what happens when Vince has booked the previous two meetings, and then you have Triple H.
So don't get me wrong, the 2021 was pretty good too. It was just that ending with the last man standing where they kind of struggle with the handcuffs. Because handcuffs again, they this obsession with handcuffs. They have this weird obsession with handcuffs. So it's like,
yeah, they do.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a fun match. Like I enjoyed that ending. Like the Royal Rumble overall was pretty fun. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It had its moment. It had its dull moments. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna get to them. But if I had to rank this compared to last year's Rumble, this was way better. Way better.
By a mile, 10 miles at least.
All right. So speaking of miles, we might as well go ahead and talk about the ramp, but we're gonna talk about the men's Royal Rumble match because Cody Rhodes is, spoiler alert, is your winner. He survived the first ever 29-man Royal Rumble match because Rey Mysterio was taken out and they didn't bother replacing his number. So Cody, yeah,
odd numbers. Interesting.
What did you think about this match? What was your bright spots? Like, just shoot me some bright spots that you think about.
Okay, so I will be honest, y'all. I was actually in the middle of some things. I was selling a car to an individual, so like right around that time, I didn't get to catch the first part of it. I got to right about when it got to when Brock entered into it. So I will go back and rewatch this Rumble right after the podcast to give like a better full reaction. But from what I can say off what I saw, my key points that stood out. One, the spot with Gunther and Brock Lesnar face to face. Now give me that. And
but if you missed you say you missed the beginning. We started off with a rematch of your match of the year, which was Gunther versus Sheamus.
Oh, really?
It was big meaty men smacking meat.
See, yeah, I did hear that Gunther was number one, so I definitely want to go back.
I was shocked because I thought Cody was going to be number one because the way they was building him up to be this Iron Man, pun intended. I thought he was like, okay, I'll be number one and then go all the way through.
That's fair.
But they saved him to the end, so it was Gunther and Sheamus, and the pop that Sheamus got when his music started playing was immaculate. Like,
I can't wait to see that reaction.
Gunther came out, they got pop, but then it was like as soon as you heard, you heard, whoa,
because they already knew what was about to happen. They knew it was about to be another repeat. Let's go, right?
It was insanity. I appreciate that attention to detail because it's like they need to have that match.
Oh, for sure.
One more time.
WrestleMania is fitting. It has to be Mania if you're gonna do it one final time. If you're gonna do one more match, make it Mania, put the title on the line, and let them go at it, point blank. But you know, we'll see what they do. We'll see what the plans are.
We can talk about, well, before the match started, we got a nice pop from, because Pat McAfee is back on commentary. So.
And I did peep that when I heard his voice, and I was like, wait, I'm hearing Pat McAfee, which is right on time. College football is over. I did enjoy his Georgia and TCU line that he made. I was like, well, that's fitting. You know, that was a beatdown. I don't even watch college football, and I don't either. I saw that score. I said, what? I was like, is that legal?
That was see, look, I'm finna tell y'all a story about my local school, Mays High School. They have this rivalry with a local school, Douglas County High School. And one time they faced off against Douglas County High School, and it was Mays High like 20, 30 something, and Doug had like 7. And I said, bruh, y'all should have stayed y'all asses home. And it's the same scenario right here. Stay y'all asses home.
I was like, oh my God. I couldn't even believe that was a championship game. I said, well,
that was a one-sided. That was basically Brock Lesnar versus John Cena from SummerSlam 2014. That was a one-sided ass whooping.
Oh, no. Even better. That was Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston, unfortunately. I know. It hurts. I know. Believe me, I know. It hurt me to say that, bro. I said this. I know, man. I know.
Like you saw how my face dropped when you said.
I know.
You got me. You got me sound like one of them old heads. Why you bringing up old shit?
Yo, this is what we do. This is what we do.
But we had I pulled up WWE.com, but we had the Miz at number 3. We had Drew McIntyre and all this. So they had so many stuff. Then we had Karrion Kross in there. The crowd went silent when Kross came in there. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but clearly his steam is way down.
His stock is gone.
It's like, gone, bro. Like when I saw him lose clean to Rey Mysterio, I said, yeah, he's done. I was like, all due respect to Ray, you a legend, this and that. But Ray didn't necessarily need that win. But I mean, again, it's Kross. So I guess that means. And old girl didn't even do nothing. I mean, Scarlett did nothing.
She tried, but Ray was like, yeah, no. Because I think she tried to trip him up, and he was like, yeah, no. And then he hit the 619. I'm like, yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Drew got hit the Claymore on Kross and eliminated him that way. Kofi, shout out to Kofi Kingston. He tried to do the falsy spot again, but it did not. The wrestling guys was not on his side today again for the second year in a row. It's like I feel like they need to just let that spot go.
Yeah, I think it's time to pass the torch. And if you're gonna do something like that, pass it on to Montez Ford. If you're gonna give somebody,
because they didn't even give him anything.
Yeah, I would have thought he would have. I mean, you saw the way he was eliminated. He landed smoothly on his feet,
and right in front of his in-laws.
Exactly, like he meant to do that. And I'm like, well, there you go. That's your new guy to do it if you want somebody to make some infamous highlights for you. But seriously though, here's my main thought, and this is in regards to both Royal Rumbles. I seriously need WWE to do better with black folks in Royal Rumbles, okay? I need them to last a lot more than 3 minutes, 30 seconds.
We're going to talk about that in the women's Royal Rumble match because shout out Lovely Laveau, but she said it's literally like 2 black women in the hall of WWE. Bro, that's not in NXT. They got a whole bunch of black sisters in NXT, but they ain't ready.
Not at all.
Yeah, to talk about with Brock Lesnar, the moment where you talking about with Brock Lesnar, he eliminated Santos Escobar. He did good. Angelo Dawkins, Big Dogs, who he been killing it ever since he been showing up and showing out. Chad Gable. Then after that face off with Gunther, we had Bobby Lashley to a nice pop. That man got oof. And he finally caught Brock lacking because for the past 2 episodes, for the past week, Brock been catching him lacking. And
Oh,
they laying him out with F5s. And I'm like, bro, you stay in Brock Lesnar stay in black folk business for no damn reason. It's like, bro. So
yeah.
but Bobby finally got his. I'm like, there's your receipt, my boy.
Yeah,
There's your receipt.
Yeah, I'm ready for that get back. Make this final one a banger, y'all. Please give them enough time.
Do you think they're gonna do it at like? Because I want to see Brock and Gunther. Do you think they want to put that one on Elimination Chamber?
I think Brock and Bobby should be Mania.
Okay,
but I definitely would, given Gunther and that seed being planted, if you can't do it for next year's Mania, do it for SummerSlam if you have to.
Yeah, got to. Like that got to be a bit, because I don't even think they announced the location for SummerSlam. Because if that match gets announced, we best believe we're making another SummerSlam.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Best believe we're making another SummerSlam.
Let's go, because that's
what I'm saying.
Front row center, baby. I'm there for that one. I'll save up the tickets for a front row seat on that one, bro.
You best believe we going like, yo, for real. Brock Lesnar, F5, Baron Corbin on a steel chair before he came in. What is up with it? I feel like that's the theme for this entire Rumble event for me from last year and this year. What is this music? I should put that on a t-shirt. What is this music? For like 85% of the people.
Bro. Yeah, this music, oh God, is it trash. Like, I give them props for the fact that they trying to do all right with some of these folks that they remix.
Mm-hmm.
Like Charlotte.
Ripley is cool. Charlotte, Asuka.
Yeah.
Finn Balor, I had to listen to it more than once to kind of get what they was going for, but that's a vibe. Rebel Heart, throw that shit in the trash.
Oh yeah. No, that wasn't good.
Seth Rollins, like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Seth Rollins
will have quite a few hits, but they have a lot of misses.
Yeah, it's like for every good one, they have 1,000 bad ones, which is really crazy to me, and I don't get it.
I'm like, what y'all need, and I think that's just proof that WWE needs to license their music more again.
Legit.
There's so many artists out there that can literally create music. This nigga right here.
Hey,
what's
whatever you need me. Just
the leader of the wrestling club. He does music. It's so many people, artists out there, and shout out to the guy who does the theme music for Raw. He's a brother. So like, do license.
Mega Ran, hello, he's out there, guys. Go hit up Mega Ran or something.
Mega Ran,
Wale. You know what I'm saying? What the freak,
And shout out to the crowd for popping for New Day, but I feel bad for them because they was popping because they thought it was Big E.
Yeah, they did.
But then they got to understand, the real ones know that if you don't hear, well, you want to go big, then say that, then it's not Big E.
Yeah, even though I mean, I would assume that when he does come back, it probably will be the New Day theme. Believe it or not,
they probably won't. I think they still want to keep him. They still want to keep him separate.
Woods hasn't had his song since the whole King Woods thing.
Well, keep in mind they're still a tag team, Kofi and Woods, because they're the NXT tag team champions.
That's fair.
So, and I'm pretty sure the way that people are anticipating Big E coming back, they not finna put him back in no tag team. They're gonna try to right that wrong that they did afterwards. Because
no, they got to. And Triple H knows that.
When what I'm gonna need them to do is I'm gonna need them to convince Brock to take the L for payback for day one. I'm gonna need them to, it's so much stuff that they get the rights they got it wrong for Big E.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And this for the record, I will say this Rumble by far has had your boy on a hot streak in terms of predictions. Because I called darn near every surprise entrant was on my surprise entrance.
The only one I didn't call was Booker.
I called Booker. I literally had Booker, but I had King Booker, but Booker is Booker. I had King Booker. I didn't think it was going to be that Booker. I thought it was going to be King Booker we were going to get, but I'll take it. I called it, and I was right. I was like, oh my goodness, he actually came. I said, wow.
So we had a few people, Seth Rollins, Baron Corbin, all these people. Then we were supposed to have some Rey Mysterio, but he never showed up. He was at number 17. And then out came Dominic Mysterio, and he had his mask on. He had the father's mask on. And when I tell you, I popped.
I loved it. I loved it, bro.
I love the hell,
Y'all see the swag. I'm on my dom today, boy. I'm like,
now this is who Dominic Mysterio should be.
Yeah, he's getting better and better every week with this character, man.
I am one of those people who say I will eat my words, because if you listen to the podcast last season and this season, you know I was hard on Dominic. So I'm like, he sucks, he's this, he's that. But yo, ever since the brother got arrested and they actually found his groove, yo,
he been killing it, though.
He's been killing
so much so that one of his 7 godfathers even had to prop him and say, yo, did you do this on purpose, NWO style? Like, no.
He had the wet hair Eddie style. Like, he was paying tribute to everybody.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
I ain't gonna lie, when he had the mask on, he did look like a tall Ray.
He did.
So he looked like his father.
It's true. That's true.
But this is what I'm talking about. Obviously, we had Finn and all this. So we had the entire Judgment Day. We obviously had Booker T, had Montez Ford getting eliminated, and then we had the return of Logan. Well, before that, we had the return of Logan Paul, but we had the return of Edge, Old Man Edge. We had that man back. So shout out to Edge for still rocking the short haircut. Because for those of you who want to see long hair Edge back, yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting that anymore, guys.
Yeah. So Edge came back. Obviously, he's going to continue his centuries-long feud with Judgment Day, because I'm like, oh my god.
What? But wait. No. That was a long feud, but the last time we saw that feud, we just talked about good storytelling. Let's not act like what we got last time.
I'm not gonna shit on it completely. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I was hoping Judgment Day would feud with somebody else.
Yeah, because even though that was technically last year, that's right on par just about what we got.
I see them peaking this at. They're gonna peak this in Montreal.
Okay.
I feel like they're going to stack the hell out of Elimination Chamber. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, everything. It's like, I understand people saying, oh, WrestleMania. They got 2 nights to fill WrestleMania. We'll get there. But you still got this sold out show, because I think Montreal sold out too. So
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. You know,
so that's sold out. So it's like,
you got to make it a packed show. But also remember, you know how Triple H books, though.
Oh yeah.
He only gonna give about 5 or 6 matches on the card. So I mean,
he's in his takeover bag. And I understand why he's doing that, because WrestleMania is 2 nights. So he's like, yo, we're gonna.
And Elimination Chamber is gonna probably take up 2 of those. So really, that's more like maybe 4.
Well, that's if I think they're probably gonna. I think he's adamant on being less is more. So I won't be surprised if he does just 1 match. No, like 1 Elimination Chamber match. And
you don't think he'll do 1 for the ladies? Because I was thinking
that
like
might be I'm saying that might be the ladies.
I would hope so, because they need it more than the fellas do, I'd say. But I mean,
because Roman's probably going to get Sammy, so that's what I'm saying. You got Roman versus Sammy. You got the women's Elimination Chamber match, because I'm pretty sure Rhea is going to pick Bianca, because that's the spoiler alert. Rhea won. Well, we're going to talk about that, because some stuff that there was some controversial decisions in the women's Royal Rumble match that kind of got social media on a tailspin. I was laughing at the reaction, but you're going to Rhea more likely is going to pick Bianca. That's going to leave SmackDown, because SmackDown needs all the help they can get.
That they do. Although we'll get to that, but Liv is steadily letting them know she is not forgotten.
Oh yeah,
that was a great showing today, and
she's an MVP for sure. For sure.
So shout out to Liv, but they definitely need more for sure to be on a Charlotte level. Liv is getting there, but if you take Liv away, nobody. So it's like, yeah, they need to step it up, bro. They need to step it up.
So after Logan Paul is back as well. He was the final surprise. What you think about Logan Paul in this? Are you indifferent like I am, or are you kind of like cool.
I didn't think he was necessarily needed for the Rumble, even though I remember hearing that they were gonna set him up for a key feud through the Rumble. I didn't think you needed to necessarily do that to do it, but you know, I mean, I don't know who that would have taken away from anyway, because it was an action-packed Rumble for the men. So I mean, it didn't really.
The only thing that was left was probably someone from NXT.
Yeah, like I heard people crying for Carmelo, you know, saying like, "Hey, man."
I think mainly because I put out a tweet earlier. I was like, they need to recreate the Undertaker and Maven spot with somebody from NXT, and people was like, Carmelo Hayes, or Braun Breaker to Lesnar, and I'm like, okay, I can see the vision. Or someone even put Grayson Waller, and so I'm like, I even see the vision with Grayson Waller because it's like it gives more eyes on NXT. It wasn't, and I was like, never mind. But that's something they need to do. They need to make moments for the future, and so hopefully next year they go that route if Triple H is still in charge.
I agree with that. I like that.
Yeah. But Logan Paul, outside of the spot that he did with Ricochet, that got a legit shit out of me.
Yeah, everybody was like, "What the?"
Because I actually recorded my my reaction to certain matches for content purposes, and I was like, and I legit got a shit. So you're probably gonna get an audible shit out of me because it literally threw me off guard. Most of these, that's what I'm saying. Rumble was fun tonight. It was long, but it was fun.
It was fun. Yeah, I like that.
And then obviously after all that, we had the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. He's number 30. So what was I saw a lot of people's mixed opinions. They was like, if he was just going to be 30, why announce him? Why not just give him the John Cena treatment from 2008 and just have him come out?
I stand with those people that say that, because my thing was why announce? I mean, the surprise was we didn't know what number he was going to be, but based off the fact that as the Royal Rumble went along,
people was like, he's going to be number 30.
He's 30, yeah. And because I said to myself, there's only two people that can come in at number 30 at this point. That's Cody, and dare I say the other person people were hoping to see, The Rock. And I'm like, well, it's Cody. The Rock. Yeah. So there you go.
And you just sit there, you like, so what was the point?
What was the point? Yeah, you could have, like you said, did the John Cena thing, because I guarantee your pop would have been that much louder if he would have just been number 30. Point blank.
Point blank and the period. But, I mean, you can't really ponder too much on it. But what did you think about the closing moments? Because you had Logan Paul eliminate Seth Rollins. I know it's all a lot. They got a nice. I don't know, because I follow a lot of people who was actually there, and they say when Logan Paul came out, you got a "he's a scammer" chant. Because I don't know what that was about, but I'm pretty sure
I could hear where people were booing the heck out of him and cheering.
What did he do this time?
Man, ain't no. It could be the prime drink for all we know. I don't know. I mean,
I'm like, what did he do this? Because I don't. That's what thing like, bro. If you're not on my TV, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't keep up with the Pauls, man. So I don't know their everyday lives, or I don't even listen. I only watched this podcast when Roman was on it.
I watched it when Roman and Triple H was on it. That was it. That was it.
Yeah, that was
anything else after that, I don't really care. Like, I don't. And people were literally looking at me like, why I don't know anything about like Logan Paul and KSI's little group that they got, whatever they do on YouTube. It's because I got better shit to do with my life.
Yeah, I don't blame you, homie. I mean, it's not to hate on them. Get your money, do your grind.
Because I'm a content creator. Like, bro, I don't hate on fellow content creators, but it's just like I'm in my lane. He's in his lane.
Yeah,
I know the content that I enjoy to watch. It has to be comedy or like reviews or YouTube summaries or something that is influential or informative. I'm not finna follow you pranking people or reacting to stuff. I don't care.
Exactly. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, in this case, like,
who knows? Like, let me know if he did something stupid, like if it was the prime drink, because I had one of his prime drinks. The shit was garbage. I threw that away instantly.
Which flavor was it?
I think it was the red bottle. think
Oh
it's
yeah,
fruit
no,
punch.
I never tried that one. Most
fruit
fruit
punch-
punch
oof.
flavors are horrible. Like my favorite from that was the grape one was good, and there was one that was themed after you remember the original popsicle with the red, white, and blue?
Mm-hmm.
Tastes just like it, bro. Tastes just like that popsicle in a drink form. It was pretty good. But
Okay. Someone asked who will be Logan Paul's WrestleMania opponent. I wouldn't be surprised if they give him Seth.
it's gonna be Seth, likely from what we saw tonight. I'm guessing Seth because
Seth is not the type of person that lets it go. So
yeah,
whoever eliminates him was bound to be his WrestleMania opponent.
yeah. Plus, I mean, what else are they gonna do for Seth? He has literally nothing else to do. So you gotta do that because you're not gonna run it back with Cody, obviously, since you know where he's going. So what are you gonna do?
You already did that 3 times. It's like and then people was like, oh, he should come back for Seth. It's like, bro, they can't top that Hell in a Cell. I'm sorry.
No,
there's no topping that Hell in a Cell. The emotion behind that Hell in a Cell, this man was literally had a whole purple tit. So
yeah, sometimes you just know when they say it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's if it ain't if it's been done and that was the chef's kiss, don't mess with it.
Don't mess with
Let
it.
it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Oh, I'm fine.
Yo, we crazy. We wilding. But nah, man. Solid men's Royal Rumble. Definitely way better and more action-packed and believable than last year's for sure. Because
without a doubt. And obviously, for those of you who don't know by now already, Cody won. So shout out to Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion. He was the Iron Man for this match.
Yeah, man. He broke a record, if I'm not mistaken, as well. They were mentioning.
Let me see.
They said he's the longest officially to be in the Royal Rumble as of tonight.
Oh yeah, because I timed it. The Royal Rumble was 1 hour and 14 minutes.
And he went that whole distance, yo. Yeah. That's crazy.
Unless I think because how long was Daniel Bryan in the Greatest Royal Rumble? Was it 1 hour?
Yeah, but we don't count that. I don't know why that's even associated with anything Royal Rumble in the first place. I don't want to hear nothing about Braun Strowman with 13 eliminations.
They still acknowledge it. It was like Braun and Brock are still tied.
We ain't acknowledging that crap. No. If that's the case, what we going? Only thing I acknowledge about that Royal Rumble is Titus slipping on the way to the doggone ring. God dang it. That's it. That is it. That is all. Get rid of it. Stop. That is not a Royal Rumble. It never was a Royal Rumble. It never should be a Royal Rumble. It wasn't even in Royal Rumble season. Get out of here. Sons of bitches. They're going to make me. No, player. No. I can't let that slide. I just can't. I can't.
You said, fuck this shit.
Fuck
this shit, I'm out.
And by the way, again, going back to being spot on tonight, I literally called that Final Four and was just like,
It had to be. Like, that was common sense right there. Like,
yeah, like I did it right around when it got to like the last probably 10 or 11 people, like a little bit or something like that. But I was just like pointing them out, like, can't be Drew, can't be Sheamus. So I was like, yeah, you, and you. And it was like, all right, cool. There we go.
Yeah. And speaking of pointing shit out, next up we have the pitch black match, the Mountain Dew pitch black match between Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. And by telling by your face, it was something. Because the way I said that, your whole eye just cut to the left and was like, boy. I'm already seeing the reactions to it. The pitch black match was trash. Boy.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie to you. This is what I wrote down because I take notes with certain things like this. I said, if you watch this sober, sorry about that.
Well, I'm definitely one of those people, unfortunately, because they know I don't do those substances. But still,
I'm about to say, I'm probably during this match, I probably should have handed you an edible. I ain't gonna lie to you. As soon as I knew this match was coming up, I'm like, bro, go ahead, take this. Go ahead, take this.
Don't even worry about what it is. Just take it.
Just take it, bro. You're gonna need to take this.
You're gonna thank me later. Just take it. All right, got you, Gresh. Oh my God, what did you give me, Gresh? What am I looking at right now? Whoa.
You're looking at this match.
Why is it so colorful? Am I tripping? What's going
No,
on?
it's pitch black. Because I was like, bruh. So first thing, Bray, LA Knight came out with neon colors. So shout out to him. He's a genius because he knew it was gonna be pitch black. So he was like, "You gonna see me regardless." And then Bray Wyatt came out after he dipped into Ronda Rousey's eye makeup because he came out with the eye makeup. I was like, "Bro, what?" I'm like, "Did you ask Ronda to hit you up? like what's going on?"
What are we looking
And
at?
then the lights went dark. And I was expecting it to be pitch black, like black. They was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna use the black lighting, the lighting." And don't get me wrong, visually, this look dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was enjoying the hell out of this visually.
Mm-hmm.
The match wasn't shit. The match itself was not it.
And the streak strikes.
And give me your unfiltered opinion on this match, like, and your thoughts on whatever story they're trying to tell with Bray Wyatt. I want your honest opinion because I've been enjoying it personally because I don't take wrestling that serious like most. But I want your honest opinion.
So if I'm keeping it 100, like you, visually, cool concept. I kept trying to figure out in my mind how they were going to do this. I thought it was going to be cinematic based off what they were going to do here. But, I'm like, that's the only thing you can do for something that labeled pitch black. But then seeing this, it's like, oh, okay. The rave effect, if you will. Sure. All right. There was no zombies, so I ain't complaining.
Hallelujah.
But yeah, the match was average at best. I mean,
it was a TV match.
Yeah, like in the case
because
of,
if you pay attention to our if you ever catch us on our retro reviews, we have this slogan where we're like, it's a TV match, and it's basically like nothing special, and that literally was what this is. It's a TV match.
Yeah, I will say, Knight looks like a star coming out of this. Of course, his
without a doubt,
is still rising, and I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him for that. In Bray's case, I'm still wondering what's going on with the story. I'm wondering when it's going to finally come together, but I admire him for his creativity. I trust
They're starting to lose people. I'm going to be real with you. They're starting to lose people.
I believe it, but I trust.
And the reason why I say that, because they're taking too long to get to the next point.
Yeah, they are. Like, we know the Fiend's dead. You've said it literally in the recent interview. We get that. It was cool that you did a Firefly Funhouse,
just as a
callback,
mm-hmm.
right? It's cool that even though it was LA Knight, it's cool that we got the Eater of Worlds flower Bray for a second, Hawaiian t-shirt Bray, even though he also admitted that that's not the same without Brody being around. So right. It's not going to be that Bray. It's not going to be Fiend Bray. So what Bray are we getting? I'm trying to understand this Bray.
We're getting rave Bray.
Yeah,
that was literally a rave. That's why I tell people, like, if you watch that shit sober, my bad.
Or as you mentioned, this is Jeff Hardy Bray, apparently.
Yeah, this was Bray Wyatt was in his Jeff Hardy. If you, like I say, if people understand, like, if you follow me on Twitter, I literally just tweet whatever thought is on my mind. And I was like, bro, this man is in his Jeff Hardy 2002 era. Because remember when Jeff Hardy used to come out with all that paint running down his face, and then when he would do this, he would rub his face down, and you put more face paint on top of the paint. That literally was whatever this was.
No,
all you was missing was
yeah.
Like, if you put the Jeff Hardy the Reloaded theme over this, it would be just a Jeff Hardy match.
Modest to the top. Modest at the top. Because that was Ray Jeff Hardy too.
Straight to the top, we keep getting up. Start sharp, why the should give up. But it's still not, but it's okay.
See, and it's just, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's our way of basically saying, I mean, was what it was. Unfortunately, the streak for Bray continues where I'm just going to flat out say it. When it comes to these gimmick matches, they are not good for Bray. at all.
They are not cinematic. They are not doing this man no favors.
Yeah, he needs cinematic.
The reason why I say that because John Cena versus him at Mania 2020 that we try not to acknowledge because it was during the height of the pandemic. That was his best cinematic match. That was his best gimmick match. His worst gimmick match was whatever the swamp fight was with Braun.
Oh, Braun, yeah.
So it's like
second would probably be what he had with Randy Orton.
Yeah, that was oof. That was legit. Oof. That was legit the end of the Fiend. That was it. That was dead. And he literally said to himself, he said, "Oh, that match with Randy was the death of the Fiend."
Oh, I forgot about that one. I meant the one. I meant the horror one before, when he was still Eater of Worlds Bray.
They about the same. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He also just needs the right antagonist for some reason. He had that with Daniel Bryan, but he needs another Daniel Bryan in his life, like someone that can.
You know how how Kurt Angle was the perfect antagonist for Undertaker in ring. Like you said, Daniel Bryan is the perfect antagonist for Bray in ring. But the only damn thing is, Bryan is in AEW, so it's like,
what can you do? Yeah,
what can you do? And it's at that, and I like what a lot of people said on Twitter. It's like Bray should have just came back and wrestled. That's it. The gimmick matches, that's when you start you start losing people.
Yeah,
you start losing people. Like I said, I was like, I probably would still be high right now during this review, but this show was so long that the high done wore off. So it's like that's how I can function while talking now. But while the show was going, I was high as shit. I was at my peak watching this match, and it was just like I was seeing a lot of shit. I was just like, I was seeing double. I was seeing two of Bray, two of LA. I was like. And then when they did a back body drop through the announce table, they had the confetti pop out of nowhere, and I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? It's like so many questions.
Confetti that was still secretly on the floor even after the fact. It was like,
I was like,
sweep it up.
I'm like, oh my god, where did this come from? And
you know, Corey actually Graves even said that too. So he must have reenacted whatever your mom was thinking, because he's like,
I said, what is this?
I was like, brother, we trying to find out ourselves. We don't.
And then I like what someone said on Twitter. They said, bro, I'm gonna need them to start letting the commentators in on whatever Bray is trying to tell, because they can't be confused as we are. Because if you're confused and I'm confused, this is a whole match of confusion. We're just a confused situation.
And that's not good. Not good for television.
When it comes to wrestling, no. At least if this was a TV show like The Last of Us or House of the Dragon, maybe. This is wrestling.
Yeah.
There's only so much confusion you can do before you lose people altogether. And Bray is on that at that point. And as much as I'm enjoying the ride, like, don't get me wrong, I'm a hardcore Bray fan, but I got to tell you the truth. They need to get to the point real quick.
Like,
as of this Friday.
Please do. And whatever this, and that's a perfect segue into the championship match as well. Because whatever the heck.
Because Bianca Belair retained her Raw Women's Championship against the woman who says she's in control. Didn't she say that during the entire? I'm in control now. Not Uncle Howdy, not Bray. I'm in control. Well, you're in control of giving us an average match at best against Bianca Belair. And that's no fault of Bianca.
Nope.
And I'm gonna tell you the truth. People can hate me for saying that. People can say I'm shitting on Alexa Bliss. I'm telling you the truth. One, I saw this match on Raw. It was literally the exact same match they had on Raw 2-3 weeks ago.
And
they have no chemistry.
None. And to keep it 100, Alexa just ain't been the same since.
She has not been the same.
Y'all. The goddess Alexa, I need that Alexa back.
That Alexa is gone.
Wherever that Alexa was from that era of the goddess.
She is not motivated.
Yeah, we need her back, bro, because I don't know what this is.
No clue. And I was like, I'm gonna keep it above. The match was, I'm not saying this match was bad. it was another TV match. The two matches that weren't the Royal Rumble match or the main event were literally TV matches.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally
no lie. I literally stared at my phone that entire match.
Oh, the entire match. Like, if for those of you who aren't in my Discord, I literally was in the Discord chat with shout out Coltrane, shout out Kingpin. I was literally in the Discord chat on Twitter, like, all right. And all of us was like, yeah, we've seen this match. And it's not good.
Not good. Not good.
There was no shenanigans. There was no interference. There was no evil Bliss tease. It was literally just the same match they had on Raw here tonight.
See, man.
that
was another thing I called in my mind during shout out to everybody who tunes in with Life's Bosh podcast, but I was saying the same thing of like, I figured that was gonna be the worst match on the card, with all due respect to Bianca, because again, as Gresh just so greatly put, it's not her fault. It's just, again, Alexa is not the same and not motivated. Whatever's personally going on, that needs to be.
I don't know. That's her for her to fix. But
yeah,
what we saw was not it.
It's not it, bro.
And like, I respect people who put their body on the line. Like, don't get me wrong, this is not me shitting on anything that's going on behind the scenes. This is what I'm seeing right in front of me, and it wasn't it. And then after the match, Uncle Howdy was being petty. He said, "Do you feel in control now?" And he was laughing the entire time. So he was laughing at your downfall. So it's like, after
jumping off the top of a whole.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that. That man literally was in his Shame Man era, diving off of scaffolding
with fire, and I'm like,
and it just exploded. And I literally retweeted John Blood of New Legacy Inc. and Deadlock, and he literally said what we all said. What the fuck?
No, seriously.
That was it. Like, what?
I was like,
and then if you looked up, you saw the Firefly Funhouse puppets in real life. So are they going to? It's like so many questions that they need to answer on Friday or tomorrow on Raw. They need to answer the question: is Bray in control? Is Uncle Howdy in control? Who the fuck is Uncle Howdy? Is Alexa Bliss getting back into the fold? Is Bray screwing with Alexa's head to get back at her? It's like they need to give us that context, because there's only so much teasing you can do before you lose people. And that's writing 101.
Yeah.
This is coming from somebody who's written scripts, who's written shorts, who's written plays, who's been in plays, and every director I've worked with or come across with or producer or whatever tell me, if you want to keep your audience, you have to give them legit context. Not only that makes sense, but it has to work. And so far, it's not working. If I'm sober, because I'm sobered up a little bit. That match wasn't that good between both of them. It was literally just a waste of time. Because there was no final climax of the context. It was literally just, they just added more questions than answers. What is Uncle Howdy's point with Alexa Bliss? What is Uncle Howdy and Bray on the same page again? Has Bray finally let Uncle Howdy in? So many questions that I feel should have been answered tonight. That should have been answered. But you left us with more questions, and you're probably going to get a few casuals. Yeah, of course. But as a hardcore, we're probably going to start tapping out soon. Yeah. I'm still giving hope because I'm a fan of Bray Wyatt. I will die on that hill, because I will die on the hill that he should have beat Undertaker in 2015. But you're going to get to that point, or you're going to start asking, as a creative myself, who I will hold you to the same standards as I hold Game of Thrones, Last of Us, House of the Dragon, Velma, because people shit on Velma. If you don't have, I will hold you to the same regard. Get to the point. Point A, point B. Don't give me point A, A2, A3, A4. Oh, here's A3 and here's A5. and then here's A6, and then here's A7. No, go A to B. We need to get there because you're going to start losing people. Yeah, that's all I can. That's all I can say. But let me know what you guys think. Your thoughts on this, because Bray had a mask and everything. He pulled out a mask after the match too. So many questions. Like, okay, so what the mask is? This your final form now? Like, is this who you are? A face painted individual? So many questions. So many questions. And then the last match we're going to talk about is the women's Royal Rumble match. They just finished the press conference. Nothing too much happened, but they just finished the press conference. We're gonna talk about the women's Royal Rumble match. What you think about it?
If I'm being honest, I was into it, tuned out most of it up until probably it got towards the last final few, and the Michelle McCool thing woke me up.
that did crack me up a little bit,
because I was like, well, wait a minute, because I remember they mentioned she was like at ringside, so I'm like, huh, what? That was in Royal Rumble history, we've seen announcers literally have their music played and they just get up, but I don't think we've ever seen anyone sitting at ringside literally. That's the first time that's ever happened. So
correct.
Props to you, Michelle. You just made history as the first person from a crowd standpoint to make it into the Royal Rumble. And Chelsea Green, oh my God.
No, we're gonna talk about her. Oh boy, we're gonna talk about her. But so ladies and gentlemen, we started off with the let's start from the beginning. It was Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, fresh off getting speared because Beth Phoenix came back during the men's Royal Rumble match and speared Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, that also bothered me. What? This woman was literally in wrestling gear, if I'm not mistaken, when she did all of that. So I'm thinking in my mind off top,
why they didn't do that in the?
Yeah, because I'm thinking like, oh, okay, cool. Beth's here. You kind of ruined the surprise. I mean,
they said let's put it here. They're like, let's put it here.
Like she's gonna be in the women's Rumble anyway, and then all of a sudden, as the Rumble went along, I'm like, hold up. It literally just hit me out of nowhere. I was like, wait a minute, where's Beth? I was like, no Beth Phoenix?
Nope.
Are you kidding me? What the heck was the point of this? I was like, you mean to tell me she couldn't get one appearance? I was like, wow. Like all of these women I tuned out came through with the exception of a few. Like I said, Roxanne, nice pop,
Nice pop.
I saw Dana Brooke and was like, oh God, are you serious?
Look, bro, I felt so bad for her because her music played. Rhea gave a look like all of us was like, who the fuck is that? And then when it's Dana, she's like, I don't care. She literally said, I don't care.
Yeah, like it was just like, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I'm like, because it didn't cross my mind until we got towards the end. And I'm like, wait, what the hell? Where's Beth? I was like,
so Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan lasted the entire time. This match was shorter than the men. This was literally an hour and 1 minute.
Man, it didn't feel like it was an hour. It felt like it went so smooth.
I feel like the men's Rumble went extra long, so they had to, because they didn't really announce the intervals this time. They just said, let's just get this over with.
I feel like the whatever that, we didn't even address that, but whatever that concert was.
Oh yeah, I was trying to ignore it, but we will talk about that to close this review. We got some shit to talk about. But Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan started. Dana Brooke, Emma came out, was number 4. Shayna Baszler was number 5. Bayley was number 6. B-Fab was in this.
For all
from Hit Row.
What?
36 seconds.
36 seconds. And this year,
no, shout out Michael Cole, because the man would not let Top Dollar breathe after that flop. He said, bro, hopefully she doesn't see the B-Fab. Hopefully she doesn't learn from Top Dollar.
I love how we sometimes get a little ounce of that heel Cole from like 2012, 2011, where it's like
he's full troll because Hit Raw a heel now. So they're heel Raw now. So it's not really Michael Cole trolling a babyface, it's just Michael Cole trolling.
That's true too. You're right. Yeah. I mean,
it's basically Michael Cole versus Top Dollar and Michael Cole versus Bayley, basically.
Yeah, I know, right? I love the Bailey ones though. Those are just, oh my gosh,
hilarious. We had Roxanne Perez, NXT Women's Champion. Yep.
She's getting the rocket.
Oh yeah, most definitely, because she's fluid. It's like she fits right in like a glove.
Yeah, that was the initiation right there. When I saw that, I said, "Oh, she's in here already." Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see her. I see her in on the main roster by the end of the year.
Oh, for sure. For sure. She might even get the Paige treatment. Don't be surprised if she comes in on day one and darn near wins the title.
Like, wins like the SmackDown Women's title or something.
Yeah. Like if it probably wouldn't be a Bianca. I'm gonna guess like if Charlotte's champ and they don't have anybody to beat her, all of a sudden here comes Roxanne and just takes the title. Upset. Yep. You know what I mean?
Upset of the century.
Which puts her over, and then it'll be like,
she need a new finisher because I don't see Charlotte losing to a Pop Rocks. Because Pop Rocks does not look.
It's not. I hate that finisher, bro. It's basically a sunset flip.
It's basically a sunset flip.
Yeah, I'm like, dog, Melina made that look more devastating right now, and that wasn't even her finisher.
And I think that's because Rox is so tiny. Yeah, she's literally a few inches taller than Zelina Vega.
But see, in Ring of Honor though, if they do like she was in Ring of Honor, she was like Daniel Bryan. She had a whole like submission that she did that just was her finisher. She did like a submission move. It wasn't quite the label lock, but it was something similar to it. So I mean, honestly,
hopefully they do that because the Pop Rocks, I don't pop for it.
Me either. No. It's a signature. It's not a finisher.
We had Natalya come back to a nice pop.
Nice outfit. I was digging it.
I was digging the vibes to it.
Yeah.
Candice LeRae, Zoe Stark from NXT made her way up there. Xia Li.
Love Xia Li.
People was laughing at me because I was like, "Oh, Tony Stark's sister," because her last name's Zoe Stark. I was like, "Oh yeah, Tony Stark." Yeah.
Yeah.
Long live Tony.
I can't get into Stark, but I mean,
Xia Li. I know her hair was screaming because the braids. Her texture of hair is not built for them box braids. Boy, she gonna have to get them out real quick.
She's been rocking those for a minute though.
I know. I'm just saying. Yeah. After they can only go for so long, put it that way.
Fair point.
Yeah. We had Becky Lynch came out to a nice pop, and when I say a pop, it's because they recognize her freaking theme song.
Yeah, I was about to say she had the biggest pop.
Because as soon as you hear, you know who it is.
I'm surprised her theme hasn't been remixed because isn't she one of the soulful now?
She's too big.
But like literally out of all,
she's one of those. She's basically in the same camp as the Usos. You can't change their thing.
But like they just changed Charlotte's and they just changed. Who else did we just say they just changed? Asuka's now. So that they're no longer a part of that, which means CFOs only has a few left now.
They only have 3.
Yeah,
4. That's 4. They have Becky, Street Profits, and the Usos,
and Bianca's.
So that's it.
Wow, it's only a matter of time.
Oh, it's only a matter of time. I'm pretty sure they're working on it right now.
they're gonna remix all 4 of those, and before you know it, there will be no inch of CFOs left. That's the sad part. You can only hope and pray that when they remix the Street Profits theme and Becky's theme and all these folks, because if Charlotte's theme gets remixed, Becky's definitely going. They'll still have that. Oh, watch. They're gonna have that.
Probably a more little bop to it. Oh my God! Someone take their Fruit Loops away, please. We had Tegan Knox come out. Asuka, Piper Niven is back as Piper Niven. She's no longer Dewdrop, even though the commentary kept making Dewdrop references.
Hold up. We can't just glance over Asuka like that, though.
No, because she's not there yet.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard you say Asuka for some reason. I was like, my bad.
Then we got Asuka, or AKA Kana. Kana. Kana is back, baby. Looking. She was in her woof. And I and you can put her theme song as one of those. Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah,
from Death Rebel. Because
I like the way they did that. That was sick.
So, what do you think they're going to do with Asuka now that she's ruthless?
Well, it reminded me, for one, how over Asuka is and always has been.
Because she got the second biggest pop next to Becky.
Pretty much. One would even argue it was a little more longer impersonated, maybe, because the moment that was revealed, the pop got louder. It was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know what the thing is. I don't know yet, because the title picture seems to be all but set. I know you ain't running Asuka and Charlotte back unless you're giving Asuka her win back. So I don't know.
See, that's the thing. SmackDown is so lopsided, but they need star power.
They do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Asuka is that. So it's either you go that route again, or I don't know, because she's there. She's still main event worthy, bro. Like, that pop.
This reintroduction, yes.
And I don't know where else you go with it, because you can't give that to Bianca. You can't. That's not fair. If you do that. So
Asuka needs her win back. They need to tell the story of Asuka being obsessed with Charlotte. She needs that win back.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, Charlotte, I don't think Asuka has beaten Charlotte.
No, she has not. And her momentum hasn't been the same since that loss to Charlotte.
No.
Like,
and then it made it worse in 2019 when she lost the SmackDown title to her for no reason.
Oh,
because
yeah.
they wanted to make that triple threat a winner take all for no reason. It did not need to be winner take all.
Yeah. So I for one, I would say if you have to do that, do it. If you have no other options, set us up for that and make it with the right decision. Because I feel better, because now that I think about it, Vince was kind of over that back then. So Triple H knows that and wants to recreate that. So if that is the plan, he's going to tell it in the story and find a way to like reintroduce this Asuka that we should have had for the past, I don't know what, 5-6 years now? 7?
How long she's been on the main roster? Since 2018?
Yeah.
So 5 years.
Yeah. So yeah, I trust you, Trips. I know what you're gonna do.
I want to trust you, so please don't fuck it up.
Please don't.
Please don't. After Asuka, Piper, we had Tamina. Nobody meaner than Tamina.
Looking good, man. Looking good.
And then we had Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green made her, I guess you could say, re-debut for like what, the third time? Is this like the third time?
Yeah, I think she was. She had one stint in WWE before the Black and Gold NXT, but it wasn't like a main roster thing, I don't think.
No, because I remember she was on the main roster twice and she got injured.
Oh, well, yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah, she did.
So
fingers crossed that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, and then then she went in and she was eliminated in 5 seconds. She beat Liv Morgan's record, because Liv Morgan's record was 8 seconds. She's now at 5 seconds.
Yep. And not quite Santino, though, but close enough.
To tell you the laugh that I let out, I'm pretty sure I woke up the entire house with the laugh that I let out when she got chucked over by Rhea Ripley. I was bawling. I could not. That was, you know how you got that good belly laugh? That was a belly laugh. Like, I was laughing from my soul.
Oh, man.
That's a
serious laugh, bro. I know that laugh. I love that laugh. That's the best type of laugh, man.
I could not control it. I was like, yo, this shit is funny. This is what you came back for? 5 seconds?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
is she here permanent?
That I know of. We don't. It's not official, but it's all but official, because I mean the rumors were that she was coming back, so I guess that all but solidifies that she's back. I'm hearing that she's got a persona coming soon, and that kind of solidifies what that persona will be, based off how. No, but it will be a comedic role. Unfortunately,
so she's basically gonna be the female Santino. All right.
No, even worse. she'll be, from what I'm hearing, they're portraying her as a comedic Karen type. Yeah.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. That's all I'm gonna say. Good luck with that.
Hey,
we had Zelina Vega, looking as good as ever.
Can we talk about that for a second? Because
let's talk about it.
First of all, I was talking. Shout out to my boy Rick, man. I was sitting here telling him on the phone. I said, "Dog, why didn't they do this with her before? Like, this is her gimmick right here. Make her a street fighter, or make her
during her entrance.
Yeah, or make her a cosplayer in general. Whoever she cosplays is who she is in that moment. If she's a Street Fighter character, nigga, she know how to kick butt. If she's I don't know, a superhero, I don't know, give her hurricane-like abilities or something. I don't know. But, bruh, seriously, if that didn't paint the picture right there on what you need to do with Zelina, because that's probably the best she's looked in a Royal Rumble since being in WWE. I need more of that. Whatever the plan is, even though she's with, Phantasma and everything, I don't know. They need to figure out how to do that more, because that was cool. Look was cool. Presentation was cool. She even had a nice showing. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, they gave us. She's tiny as hell, but yeah, they gave her something. So it wasn't a complete like 2019 type gimmick where she was running from Hornswoggle.
Oh God, I forgot about that. Yeah,
I was watching a lot of Royal Rumbles today to get me prepared for this Rumble. So that's it came on. So that's why
we here, brother. I was doing that basically for the past couple weeks, trying to find, and I mean, I don't think I rewatched 2019's Rumble. I think I purposely skipped over that one for reasons like that. Yeah, I was like, nah, I ain't going to. These last couple years, I'm like, nah, except for, the one Drew won, of course, in 2020. But aside from that, yeah.
I feel like a lot of people try to forget that one because of right after that, the world went to shit.
True, but I watched that one just because of the fact that it was two different Rumbles, and it's one of the best for that for me, because it's like it went from
was a Brock Rumble, and then when he got eliminated, it was a completely different Royal Rumble.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. I like that it was different for that. But yeah,
every time I look it back, I get sad about that one because that pop Keith Lee got.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of
and the match we never got, because that's another one I would have wanted for a Mania, man. Keith Lee and Brock Lesnar, bro.
Damn it, Vince.
I know Triple H is waiting for Keith Lee to get free again, because I guarantee you he'll give us that. But till then,
we'll see. Next up we have Raquel Rodriguez. She got a nice little pop because it was her home state, I believe.
Yeah, that's always a cheat code when you're from Texas.
Then we had Mia Yim, Michin, whichever one they want to call her.
They're calling her Michin, which I don't like.
But it still got Mia Yim. So it's like, is she Mia Yim Michin or Michin Mia Yim?
I can't tell.
You know what I say? You know what I go with? I say, is she Michin or is she Mia Yim? I say she's capital B, capital O, capital F, F-U-M. Both of them. She both of them. I don't even care no more. But yeah, she had a nice little showing as well. Then we had Lacey Evans.
Where's the crickets?
Oh yeah. Did not give a flying fuck.
What's that? It's about the amount of F's I gave. Oh, all right.
That was it. And then we had her twin, Michelle McCool. We talked about that. So I couldn't tell, like they look alike. So I was like, oh shit, they had the same hairstyle and everything. Yeah.
I can't unsee that. Thanks a lot. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. Nope.
Yeah, and then we had Indy Hartwell. She was the last of NXT.
Point. They missed. They dropped the ball. I was praying and hoping, and I tried to call it because I was hot all night. And I was like, the moment someone tries to eliminate her, Dexter Lumis shows out of nowhere, saves her, brings her back in for a nice little pop, index reunion. But nope.
I feel like they want to forget that storyline, which, yeah.
I guess so.
Sonya Deville came out next. Then we had Shotzi,
who I forgot all about.
She was injured. She had a broken elbow, I believe.
Dang.
That's why they had that little moment where Ronda and Shayna attacked her in the parking lot, so she can heal up. Wow. I think that was in November, December, after.
Yeah, it was like after that match they had, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then we had Nikki Cross who sprinted to the ring with the most serious look on her face, like she was running, and I'm like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing here? And then we had the moment where Twitter went into full meltdown.
Before you get into that, I'm gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the Life's Box podcast again. I literally am not kidding when I say I've been on fire this entire night. For whatever reason, I don't know why, I don't know how, I don't know when. I called it when I said surprise, top 5 surprise returns for the Women's Royal Rumble. I had this last entry. Did I expect them to be 30? Heck no. But I literally had them in my list. And boy, I was like, oh crap. I actually got that. What? After all, because I was just throwing that out there just to see if it stick. I didn't even think, given how she's bad-mouthed the company.
She's bad-mouthed everybody. I believe she even bad-mouthed Naomi.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And
she basically alienated herself from everybody.
And I'm like, hold up, time out.
And who knows? They probably did stuff out behind the scenes. We don't know. I don't know them like that. But yeah, she was not holding any punches when it came to that company after she was fired.
Facts though. To
the point where I had to mute her whole account because I'm like, I got tired of seeing her pop up on my feed.
Even the family. I think she was even putting the family under the bus a little bit too.
Yeah.
So I was like,
because I don't think her side of the family is cordial with the Anna Wyatt side of the family.
Interesting.
And I don't even think she's really cool with Roman. I mean, not Roman, Rock. That's what I'm saying. She literally alienated herself from everybody publicly. I don't know about behind the scenes. I don't know if it's all for show. It's all just to keep her name in the feed or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I'm not a clickbaiter like that, so I don't know how you attention whores act. But yeah, it was. But for those of you who don't know who we talking about, Nia Jax is back. I'm not like most girls. That's another CFO song.
It is. And
she won't be there for long.
No, because she won't be back anyway. I'm pretty sure.
Well, they gave her merch, so she might be.
Oh God.
Yeah. So.
Oh no.
That'll be an interesting situation. She sandbagged the hell out of Rhea.
More shoot fights
with that riptide.
More shoot fights. Oh no.
She was booed to the point where Rhea, the obvious heel, got the biggest cheer out of the entire field when she hit that riptide.
For some reason, Nia Jax always gets the biggest pops when something is done to her. I.e., can we go back to 2019, guys? Hey,
with the RKO and the 619 and the
super kick, and yeah, the whole shebang. Wow. How about that? Ladies and gentlemen, Nia Jax returned to the WWE before another person I randomly threw out there to stick to the wall and right back. Let that sink in, y'all. Oh my goodness. There's hope for him yet. apparently, if you can badmouth the way she's been doing.
Oh shit! I saw a picture of Sonya Deville with a gash on her face.
Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news.
Jesus Christ.
Then
that's a gash.
Yikes. Well, she gonna be feeling that in the morning.
I wouldn't be surprised if Nia did that.
You know what? I wouldn't be.
She loves taking liberties.
She was literally. I almost felt like the women.
As soon as she got in that ring, she was cussing everybody out.
She was
like it was audible. Fuck you, y'all bitches need me. This, that. And I'm like,
nah. And like, did you see the way those women were even looking at her the moment
they were looking disgusted?
Yeah, like they were on a soul mission. That felt completely shoot because they were ready to get her up out of there.
Well, speaking of shoot, they completely botched the countdown because her music played before the countdown even started.
Definitely her fault.
Someone fucked up the cue. I think they was ready to get it over with.
I think either that or she did. One of the two. Maybe she said, "Screw it, I'm coming out anyway." I don't know. We're going to get some stories about that, I'm sure, in the next few days.
Because I'm like, when I saw that, because they put the countdown up right when her music was playing, I was like, wait, when did it? And I'm like, oh, shit, they fucked that up. And she came out to massive boos. And the way, when I tell you the entire timeline, I probably saw one person cheer on the timeline, and they was probably a fan the entire time. But it was like, really? Really? Fuck this. Triple H, really? You wasted this spot on her? Really? Fuck this, fuck her, fuck you. And I'm like, and all I did was, I was shocked. I was legitimately shocked because like I tell people all the time, I purposely avoid dirt sheets during the Rumble because I want to be genuinely surprised. That's how I got a genuine reaction when Edge came back, and I got a genuine reaction when this entire Rumble happened, and when Nia Jax came back. And my genuine reaction was, what?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I was surprised. To be fair, I mean, I didn't hear anything about Nia Jax making any kind of returns. I just threw that out there on the wall out of just poking fun out of, hey, let's see who makes some returns here or whatever.
And then I saw someone say, "Oh, The Rock's mom is there," but don't realize that she's close with Nia, so of course she will be there.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's so weird.
Nia will probably have to do a lot to get positive reactions in the eyes of the fans, but right now they genuinely don't give a shit.
Yeah, I feel like they hate her even more now than they did before.
Ken said they told her to hurry up and go. Yeah, they said get this shit over with.
Legit. My thing is, if they were going to do that and do it like that, why the heck put her at 30?
You could have put her at 1.
Or 10.
Or 10
15,
or 20.
20, something. Any number but 30. That was disappointing. It was like,
oh, that's 30? Okay. Because a lot of people was like, oh, I wanted Naomi to come back. Yeah. I don't think Naomi coming back.
At this point, I don't think so either, y'all, because I real deal had her as my potential winner. Outside of Rhea, like it was either Rhea or returning Naomi. Because I was
when it comes to the Rumble and the championship matches, all my predictions came through. I picked Cody, I picked Rhea, I picked Roman to retain, and I picked Bianca to retain, and I picked Bray Wyatt to win.
Yep.
So it's like prediction across the board. I sweep that. I beat Swallow because I believe she picked. Matter of fact, I think I got her predictions. I believe she picked. Because she was gonna be on here, but this show went on too long, and she had to go to sleep. She picked Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, Bianca Belair, Shotzi, and Seth Rollins. Don't ask me why she did that, but yeah.
Hey, everybody's okay to dream.
And I believe you picked Roman, Bray Wyatt, Bianca. You said give me Naomi as the winner, and then Cody as the winner. So.
Yeah, I literally really believed that it was possible if Naomi was gonna really for sure shot come back, would have been now. The only other hope is a day after WrestleMania for that.
For a day after Mania pop.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can really tell you at this point.
Put it this way, if she don't come back by after Mania, Just give it up.
Give it up. Yeah, at that point, you just let her do her. And now she did tweet, "I love y'all," and a lot of people.
I'm pretty sure because people were legitimately like, "Oh, they want me Naomi," so she was like, "I love y'all. Thank y'all for the support."
Mm-hmm. So, to any Naomi fans out there, you know, us being definitely Naomi fans ourselves, for sure, just, you know, there you go.
And then we got the Battle at the Valley coming up with Mercedes Moné challenging Kyrie. We might check that out.
For sure. Yeah, that definitely is something on my checkout list for sure.
We might have to check that out. And what time was it? Is it early in the morning? So
I got to go back and look at it. It was on Fight TV, and I think it was only like $20 too.
I think it's early in the morning. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I know because I got New Japan World, so I'll probably watch it in Japan. I mean, in Japanese.
Sweet. Okay.
I don't know what it is. I enjoy Japanese commentary because their enthusiasm.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah,
I don't know what they be saying. I need to study Japanese because I have roots in Japan. But yeah, I enjoy when they be talking. So,
in all honesty, everything about Japan is awesome because even when you're watching a good anime in Japanese
with the subtitles, yeah,
you know, you're just like, oh, it makes you love it that much more. So
that's what I'm saying. So yeah, if we both agree to it, we might just review it and just check it out because
hey, I'm with it. Shout out to my guy Kevin the Jet Knight. You know what I'm saying?
Because what I'll do is probably just go to bed that night because I believe our time it'll probably be like 2 in.
Yeah, I'd be with it.
I'll take a nap, and then we just review it right afterward. But yeah, I enjoy the ring announcing, and that's what I'm saying. I enjoy. It's like their enthusiasm is literally it. Like the way they announce it, like they be like I liked when Mercedes made her debut. They said the CEO Mercedes Money, and I'm like, huh. So it's different. It's not too formulaic. So I appreciate that. But back to the Royal Rumble, the obvious winner was none other than Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley picked up the win. And shout out, like you said, to Liv Morgan for being the final, because the final 3 was Asuka, Liv, and Rhea. And that ending sequence. Shout out to Rhea Ripley for making me bite on her being nearly eliminated. She's that good.
Yeah, and not to mention, I mean, just in general, that final 3, perfection. That was a great final 3 to have.
Asuka with the mist, blinding Liv Morgan. It was blue mist this time. It wasn't the green because her new aesthetic is blue. She got eliminated by Rhea Ripley, and then then Liv, she was fighting for her life, trying to find out like because she couldn't see. She could not see. She was fighting for her life, trying to figure out where she, and then she finally started hitting her hands, and then Rhea, with her incredible core strength, lift her legs up and just say yeet, and eliminated Liv. And I'm like, chef's kiss. My pick.
I almost would have had a gripe with the fact of, hey, Liv, why wouldn't you get back in the ring? Oh yeah, you can't see, so never mind. You know, it's like, well, because in my mind I was like, Liv, get back in the ring. Get back in the ring. And I'm like, oh yeah, you can't see, so you can't.
And then shout out to Rhea for waving at the Mania sign. She was like, how are you?
Hey man, you know, it fits. It fits. So
that's her whole new. I was like, she's like bump pointing because that's played out. Let me wait. That's her whole aesthetic since she joined Judgment Day. That she's just different. She's built different. This is the person that should have been on the main roster from night 1. But we just had to get there. It was a journey. Trust me. It was She's been Raw Women's Champion, but this version, and it's like, what poetic way? That's why I'm saying her versus Bianca fits at Mania, because Bianca hitting 1 year, and then Rhea Ripley taking the title at her 1 year. And
if I'm being completely honest, they're each other's antagonists anyway. They
are soulmates.
Yeah, they're the female Randy Orton and John Cena, the female Rock and Stone Cold. I mean, you name it. Everybody from WWE history.
They're the female Sasha, and they're the other version of Sasha and Bailey.
Yeah, legit.
I was gonna say female, like they're not females, but the other version of Sasha and Bayley. Shout out to Asuka for bringing back the kind of makeup from New Japan. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's a stardom. That was a stardom situation. But yeah, shout out Kana. Kana, like I popped for that. Like I was just like, yo.
Yeah. And you knew something different was coming with the way she just walked to that ring. She had that mask on for so long.
She had the pants.
Yeah. And you were like,
he was like, hold on, that ain't Asuka.
Like,
then she took the mask off. I was like, Kana. You just started.
And it's funny because they're still calling her Asuka, but I wonder if they're going to change that next time we see her. Or if
they'll probably still call her Asuka because of copyright reasons and trademark. They'll probably just say they'll probably call her something unique like the altered Asuka, or this is a different version of Asuka we've never seen before. Or they'll probably do like little subtle hints like this is reminiscent of her old days of the Kana-kan or the Kana-san, and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm intrigued, and that's another thing. I'm intrigued with where they go with her. Like, who is she going to target? That could be your, Bianca versus situation at Elimination Chamber. That's what I'm saying. I see them stacking up the hell out of that Elimination Chamber.
I wouldn't want it that soon though. Like, I hope they go a different route with that somehow.
I would give Bianca the pay-per-view off, and just have her be at WrestleMania.
I want to say, I don't know. We're gonna figure it out what they do with it.
That's the beauty behind it. You don't know, and I'm intrigued with not knowing. I love not knowing. I don't want it to be predictable.
Yeah, no,
I enjoy that. But shout out to, and that's pretty much our thoughts on Royal Rumble 2023. Let me know if you guys enjoyed that, like we did, because, buddy, it was quite a show. And shout out to those who've been rocking with us. It's literally 2 a.m. This show ended at after midnight. I said the same thing. Look, I said it in my Discord, and I say now I will hold WWE to the same standards I do AEW. These shows do not need to be this fucking long, because whatever it was that with that concert or performance did not need to happen. What was that?
A bathroom break at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. That's what that was.
Boy, that was abysmal. Like, throw it away. Yeah.
I tell you, I couldn't time a perfect bathroom break better than that. I literally saw that on my screen.
Shout out to Peacock for needing commercials, because they did all those promo packages. It was a promo package to that, and I'm like, yo, this is a perfect time for me to stretch, go take a pee break, let me go refill on my snacks, because by this time my high was already done. Like, it killed my entire high. This entire concert killed my high, so there was nothing else for me to do right there. But this entire show, if you take away that, and honestly, with all due respect to the competitors, if you take away the women's match, not the Rumble match, but the women's match, and if they would have executed it better on the Bray Wyatt LA Knight Pitch Black match, this would have been a perfect show for me.
Facts. What would you rate or grade it if you wanted to go that route?
I would go for, since we got everything, I would go 7.5 out of 10 because of that main event. That main event brought up, if that main event didn't go down the way that it did, I probably would have given it a solid 5.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair based off that. I'm gonna go just like a slight point above, like a little half a point above, and just give it a solid 8 on that one. I'd say it was a solid 8 again, mainly in part because of that dramatic, climactic, cinematic type ending that just really put it over the top. Much needed upgrade from what we got last year. It was not one of those that had you just sitting there just waiting for something to make
something to happen. And then it ended with Brock pointing to the sign. You was like, well, all right. That was literally us last year. But this year, it makes you intrigued. What they're going to take this bloodline storyline now that Jey Uso has walked out. Roman doesn't have his right-hand man. He said all bets are off now with Sami. It's going to be full savage mode on both him and Kevin. So we're basically getting Sami versus Roman at WrestleMania. I mean, not WrestleMania, at Elimination Chamber in Montreal. Cody Rhodes is the Royal Rumble winner. I kind of want to see them. This is something that I hope they do. Do you think they should split the titles?
I'm up for it. I mean, honestly, because
And have Cody go after.
If we're
because let's say this storyline with Sami Zayn goes past Elimination Chamber, it needs to be for the Universal title.
No, I agree. Sammy, if you wanted to give him, I've heard stuff about like WWE rejecting the idea of him being quote unquote the face of a company.
Yeah, I saw that Ariel Helwani interview. So yeah,
right. But they don't deny him definitely being a world champion. And I mean, if you were gonna do it, this is definitely the time to do it. And the pop he would get from it would be right there with Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30 when he won.
Because the only way I could see them, how would you see them taking the WWE title off of him without him eating the pin? Do you see authorities stepping in, just saying straight up, "Hey, we need that WWE title back on Raw. You're done."
There's authority figures. There's ladder matches if needed.
Would you do a ladder match this close to Mania? Like, would you have him come out and just say, "Here's the title. I don't need it anymore," and have that on the line in Elimination Chamber, making it a 2-match Elimination Chamber? Or would you just say,
unless you're gonna,
but then that's what I'm saying. They basically shot themselves in the foot. Because now you have to have Cody versus Roman.
Yeah, because you can discipline him if you want, but again, you need a strong enough authority figure because he's already pimped freaking Pierce out. It got to be somebody way stronger than Pierce that's not afraid of Roman.
It had to be Triple H himself, basically.
Pretty much. He's the only guy. I mean, even though he's retired, right? I mean, the only thing I can say is he's still not intimidated by Roman. I mean, it'd be one of those where it's like, you're giving that title up, you're stripped of it because of heinous
You're not
acts.
defending it.
Oh, yeah. Anything. And he can make whatever he wants up for it.
Yeah, he can make up. That's what I'm saying. If they go that route, or they can just, because that's why I'm like, a lot of people ask that legit question. Do they risk the chance of the crowd turning on Cody because it's not Sammy? But I feel like if they just execute this Elimination Chamber build to perfection, and actually have Roman versus Sammy there, it'll be fine.
And see, I'm glad you asked that because I have the same question about the tag team titles, because the thing about it is, to get this outcome after what we just saw this past Monday with Sammy stepping in for Jimmy, and then they basically beat Judgment Day and win the titles. Because if it was going to go that route, you could have had them, quote unquote, like accidentally lose. But then I get it. It made the moment stronger, which probably wouldn't have set up Jay doing what he did tonight. So
walking away. Yeah. So it was
like, do the Usos lose the SmackDown tag team titles?
Because they still got that tournament. So that could be their way of losing the SmackDown tag team titles because Jay isn't there.
He isn't there. Yeah, like maybe he's off focus and doesn't want to defend them or something. I don't know, and like
it's so many, and that could be the way they lose the SmackDown titles, and then they still have the Raw titles. They can probably give it to the Judgment Day again and run it back if they want to. Like that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's so many.
Judgment Day is over enough where, I mean, in Dom's case, I mean, it's really mostly Dom and Rhea right now, but
Damian sort of.
Yeah, sort of. He's on his Scott Hall a little bit. He's channeling that a little bit. I've been seeing it, but mostly Dom and Rhea are carrying Judgment Day for the most part.
Most definitely.
So, I mean, if you want to give them the titles, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, so basically, Roman versus Cody is just a given at this point. It's just set in stone. But it's all about what they do between now and the Elimination Chamber. So much to digest, and it's like that's the point of us being fans. Like, we're not here to shit on it. We're here to be honest with you and let you know, like, hey, this story has our intrigue.
I wish the Rhodes family had a deeper root line, because that would be intriguing now that I think about it. The
only thing they have is Cody. I mean, Dustin, and he's in AEW. So
yeah, I mean, they have sisters, but they're not in the business. So it's like,
I think, they more so behind the scenes. Like, they help out, but they're not a camera people. See,
this would have worked a little bit better if it were a heart almost because darn near their roots go so deep. Where they'd have been, they're the only other family I can think of that can go like toe for toe at the bloodline because they got just.
If I'm gonna be honest with you, if they wasn't so obsessed with this cinematic shit, Bray Wyatt could have did it because of the rotundas.
True.
His daddy literally was right there on Raw 30.
No, that's true. I don't know why
his brother is Uncle Howdy. His sister isn't in the business, but she follows it enough. So it's a deep root. Their bloodline is about as thick as the Anoa'i. The only difference is their bloodline is dead. Most of it, like most of their elders are gone on to glory.
Yeah, it's interesting, man, because I'm surprised we haven't really gotten that bloodline versus another bloodline yet, in a sense. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Bray is so obsessed with the being cinematic, can't really do too much about that.
Can't.
But let us know what you guys think about Royal Rumble this year, and we're about to get ready to get up out of here. We're reaching the 2-hour mark, and we're not trying to go that long because it was quite the show. But yeah, we enjoyed the show for what it was. We started off with Cody winning the men's Royal Rumble match, and then we ended with the Bloodline standing over a fallen Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to tell the story. No Rock, no Dwayne Johnson. He was not there. So if you looked for The Rock, you set yourself up. I didn't. I was like, if he shows up, I'll pop. If he doesn't show up, I won't be mad because there's so much interesting story going on without him. I'm intrigued. Now, will he be there at WrestleMania Hollywood? We'll see. And it could set up for next year. We don't know. We can have Roman lose the titles and Rock come out and was like, are you really the head of the table? And walk away. And have Roman on that hunt for that respect. So many ways they can go with this story. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you follow us on social media at Gresh Unleashed or www.gressunleashed.com. We appreciate you guys for rocking with us nearly 2:30 in the morning. Where can they follow you at, Mr. Hi-Lite?
Man, you already know, first and foremost, for all music inquiries and things like that, follow your boy at Hi-Lite Life, H-I-L-I-T-E Life. But if you like my boy Gresh and myself here and you're a wrestling fan, which of course you are because you're tuned in a lot with us, man, follow us at the Life's a Botch podcast, all things on Instagram and TikTok. Working on the Twitter thing for the podcast, but, you know, I'm going to get there for y'all. But also follow OTS Media Co., all things on Instagram, Twitter. Head to the website, www.otsmediaco.com. If you like other things from music, sports, all that good stuff, make sure you keep it locked with the platform behind the platform.
Yes, sir. And make sure you guys follow me at Josh Gresham RT on Twitter and Instagram. We almost at 1K on Instagram. I'm looking at the numbers. Y'all run that up. Y'all run it up on Twitter. Y'all run it up on YouTube and all that good stuff. We got so much planned for you guys. Make sure you cop the merch as well. It's available now on the YouTube channel, so you guys can literally pick them. I'm gonna add more stuff to it as we get to it. But with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in the world of unknown. But if you don't know what you need to know that you are appreciated, you are loved and respected by me and everybody that I associate myself with, that being Hi-Lite, Swallow, everybody. We got love and respect for you. And with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out, be breezy.